break, 23-6-10. We have the 5-box break of 24-25, Upper Deck Series 2. Out first base for Ottawa, Thomas Chabot. Young Guns of Cameron Butler for Columbus. And an Ooh La La for Carolina of Freddie Anderson. Canvas for the Rangers of Brian Leach. Young Guns renewed for Tampa of Braden Point. And a Portraits for Vancouver of Quinn Hughes. Bang for your puck for Philly of Travis Sanheim. Young Guns for New Jersey of Brian Halonen. And an Electricity for Montreal of Cole Caulfield. Population count, 1,000 for Minnesota of Liam Ogren. Dazzlers for Montreal of Logan Milo. And a Young Guns renewed of Teuvo Teravainen for Chicago. Portraits for Minnesota of Liam Ogren, Callum Ritchie Young Guns for Colorado, and a welcome aboard for St. Louis of Bolduc. Canvas of Michael Matheson for Montreal, on tour for Detroit of Larkin and Raymond, and an Electricity for Florida of Tkachuk. Welcome aboard Speckle for New Jersey of Seamus Casey, Patrick Giles Young Guns for Vancouver, and an Electricity for Arizona of Clayton Keller. Canvas of Dylan DeMello for Winnipeg, Portraits for St. Louis of Zach Dean, and an Ooh La La of John Gibson for Anaheim. On tour for the Rangers of Panarin and Lafreniere, Young Guns for Philly of Kolosov, Playlist for Florida of Barkov. Clear cut base for Edmonton, Matthias Janmark. On tour Speckle of Hughes and Heischer for New Jersey. And a Frank Nazar welcome aboard for Chicago. Portraits for Edmonton of Draisaitl. Young Guns for Utah, Patrick Koch. And an Ooh La La for Toronto, Joseph Woll. Canvas of Verhaeghe for Florida, Young Guns renewed of Jack Hughes for New Jersey, and an on tour for St. Louis of Thomas and Cairo. Box number 2. Space of Zach Whitecloud for Vegas, Young Guns for New Jersey, Seamus Casey, and Electricity for San Jose of Eklund. Oh, nice. Young Guns renewed for Philly of Konechny, Bang for your puck for Montreal of Jackeye, and a program of excellence! Canvas for the San Jose Sharks, Macklin Celebrini. On a heater for Pittsburgh of Malkin, Maverick Lamoureux Young Guns for Utah, and an Ooh La La of Grubauer for Seattle. Portraits red of Miro Heiskanen, number 299 for Dallas, Dazzlers for Washington of Ovechkin, and a Young Guns renewed for Carolina of Nichas. Bang for your puck of Elias Pettersson for Vancouver, Young Guns for Pittsburgh of McGroarty, and an Ooh La La of Dustin Wolf for Calgary. Canvas of Huberdeau for Calgary, on a heater for Toronto of Nylander, Playlist for Montreal of Suzuki. Electricity Speckle of Wyatt Johnston for Dallas, Young Guns of Oliver Kapanen for Montreal, and an Ooh La La of Swayman for Boston. Canvas of Boone Jenner for Columbus, Portraits for the Rangers of Offman, and an Electricity for the Islanders of Barzal. tour of Kirill Kaprizov and Matt Boldy for Minnesota. Young Guns of Klapka for Calgary. Macklin Celebrini, welcome aboard for the Sharks. Fluorescence, red for Philadelphia of Jet Luchenko. On a heater speckle for Edmonton of McDavid. And an electricity of Pedersen for Vancouver. On a heater for Florida of Sam Reinhart. Young Guns for Dallas of Oscar Back. And a playlist of Makar for Colorado. Canvas of J.J. Paterka for Buffalo. We have a Young Guns renewed of Barzal for the Islanders. And a Bang for Your Puck of Tom Wilson for the Caps. We have an outburst base of Evan Rodriguez for Florida, Young Guns for Carolina of Jackson Blake, and an Ooh La La of Stuart Skinner for Edmonton. Young Guns renewed for Tampa Bay of Vasilevsky, on tour for Winnipeg of Kyle Connor and Josh Morrissey, and a Young Guns canvas for the Philadelphia Flyers, Jet Luchenko. Bang for Your Puck of Victor Hedman for Tampa, Ethan Cardwell, Young Guns for San Jose, and Electricity for Colorado of Rantanen. Bang for Your Puck, Black Parallel for Vancouver, JT Miller, Dazzlers for Ottawa, Brady Tkachuk, and a Young Guns renewed for Dallas of Jason Robertson. Portraits for New Jersey of Seamus Casey, Young Guns for New Jersey of Brian Halonen, and a Welcome Aboard for Minnesota of Liam Ogren. Canvas of Jonathan Quick for the Rangers, on tour for Florida of Barkov and Tkachuk, and an Electricity for the Rangers of Chris Kreider. Welcome Aboard Speckle for Minnesota, Liam Ogren, Callum Ritchie, Young Guns for Colorado, and an Ooh La La for Pittsburgh of Tristan Jarry. Canvas for Colorado, Casey Middlestad, Bang for Your Puck for Winnipeg of Josh Morrissey, and Electricity for Pittsburgh of Evgeny Malkin. On a heater for St. Louis of Robert Thomas, Young Guns for Montreal of Oliver Kapanen, and a playlist for Washington of Obi. Fluorescence red for the Rangers of Offman, on tour speckle for Edmonton of McDavid and Draisaitl, and Welcome Aboard for Minnesota of Jesper Wallstead. On tour of Eklund and Zetterlund for the San Jose Sharks, we have a Zuber Young Guns for Utah and an Electricity for Columbus of Wierenski. Canvas of Tom Wilson for Washington, Young Guns renewed for Toronto of Nylander, and a Portraits for Detroit of Dylan Larkin. Eli Tolvanen for Seattle, Young Guns teammates for the Anaheim Ducks of Cutter Gauthier and Olin Zellweger, and an Ooh La La of Samuel Ersson for the Philadelphia Flyers. Canvas of Merzlikins for Columbus, Young Guns renewed for Nashville of Forsberg, Portraits for St. Louis of Bolduc. Number to 100, exclusive space for Nashville of Philip Forsberg, on tour of Pedersen and Hughes for Vancouver, and a Young Guns teammates of Milo and Hudson for Montreal. Black Parallel UD Portraits for the Edmonton Oilers of Leon Draisaitl, Dazzlers for Pittsburgh of Chris Letang, and a Young Guns renewed for Vancouver of Brock Besser. On a heater for Boston of Pasternak, Young Guns for Philly of Jet Luchenko, and a playlist for Vancouver of Quinn Hughes. Canvas for Vancouver of Chronic, bang for your puck of Radko Gudas for Anaheim, and a welcome aboard for Pittsburgh of McGroarty. Ooh la la, Speckle for Columbus of Merzlikins, Young Guns for Edmonton of Phil Kemp, and an ooh la la of Georgiev for Colorado. Canvas of Heischer for New Jersey, On Tour for Buffalo of Tage Thompson and Rasmus Dahlin, Electricity for Boston of Brad Marchand. Bang for your puck for the Islanders of Adam Pellich, Young Guns for Calgary of Honzik, and a ooh la la for Winnipeg of Hellebuck. Fluorescence red of Ethan Cardwell for San Jose, Portrait Speckle of Will Smith for San Jose, and a playlist for Tampa of Nikita Kucherov. On a heater for Dallas, Wyatt Johnston, Logan Morrison, Young Guns for Seattle, and welcome aboard for Dallas of Maverick Bork. Canvas of Zetterland for San Jose, Young Guns renewed for Vancouver of Quinn Hughes, and an on tour of Keller and Cooley for Utah. Last box mojo. Welcome aboard, Black Parallel for San Jose of Celebrini, Dazzlers for Columbus of Fantilli, Young Guns renewed for Carolina of Sebastian Aho. Young Guns renewed for Colorado of Makar, on a heater for Tampa of Kucherov, and a Young Guns canvas, Connor Geeky for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Deluxe base number to 250 of Jan Mark for Edmonton. Bang for your puck of JT Miller for Vancouver. Young Guns duel between Philly and San Jose of Mishkov and Celebrini. On tour for Calgary of Kadri and Sharangovich. Young Guns for the Islanders of Siplikov. And an Electricity for Winnipeg of Kyle Connor. Canvas for St. Louis of Jordan Binnington. Bang for your puck for St. Louis of Kasperi Kapanen. And an ooh la la for the Rangers of Shesterkin. Outburst base for Montreal of Jaden Struble. Young Guns for Detroit of Albert Johansson. And a playlist for the Rangers of Panarin. Canvas of Kirill Kaprizov for Minnesota. Young Guns renewed for Dallas of Rupe Hintz. On a heater for Toronto of Matthews. Playlist Speckle for Toronto of Austin Matthews, Young Guns of Leroux for Nashville, and a playlist for Carolina of Aho. Canvas for Tampa of Hagel, a Brad Lambert Portraits for Winnipeg, ooh la la for Seattle of Joey Decord. On tour of Kucherov and Hedman for Tampa, Jack Thompson, Young Guns for San Jose, welcome aboard of Logan Milo for Montreal. Black and white canvas for Ottawa, Jake Sanderson. On a heater speckle for Detroit of Lucas Raymond. Ooh la la of Aiden Hill for Vegas. And last pack, Mojo. Bang for your puck for Edmonton, Evan Bouchard. Ponomarev for Carolina Young Guns. And an Electricity for Edmonton of Zach Hyman. All right. Quickly random off this Young Gun. Three times. 1, 2, 3. The left side's got it. There we go, folks.